as you probably know, last year we ran some community hubs, 2 community hubs in Eastern Enfield and a smaller one in Chicken Shed. And they were very successful. We got a lot of people there. We had diverse backgrounds. We reached out to voices you don't normally reach. And we thought we would carry on doing those this year, but we're going to do it in 2 different ways. We're actually working with, and they asked us to work with them, the Hinterlands, Canal and River Trust. They're going to put on a whole series of events in August along the River Lee, and they're going to have entertainment, and they've asked us to be involved to bring in the climate change issue. So we've got some of our artists who've agreed to take part, who are going to put on theatre around climate change, songs about climate change. Vicki is probably going to make a speech about Banbury Park. And then the whole aim is to move towards a community hub, similar to what we had last year, to look at green spaces around the Meridian Water, Banbury Reservoir area, with the aim of looking how we can increase green space in urban settings, but also looking at the Banbury Reservoir area itself, which is ripe really for a park. Now, Vicki and the land use group has been, looking at this quite substantially, and they have had several meetings on this and are very keen on the community hub and following up in the way we did it. Vicki, would you like to tell us a bit about that?
Yes, happily. I'm just laughing because I'm not going to make a speech. Some of you may be relieved to hear. First of all, I think it's hugely important to say Matt is here on the line. He's a member of the land use group, as is Yasmin, I think, is here. I can't see anyone else right now. It's important to have a little bit about the provenance of my involvement in Banbury Reservoir Park, because much more significantly, much more importantly, Matt and Alice Roberts from CPRE, Campaign Protection of Rural England, now the Countryside Charity, did a huge amount of work on this area of greenbelt in the southeast of the borough, and Matt did a talk to EnCaf Forum about the potential of that space and the park. When Francis highlighted this amazing Hinterland project, it seemed like a potential symbiosis between what the Canal and River Trust wanted to achieve and possibilities for continuing, but louder, the campaign to get a park in the southeast, a large park. I think it's, Matt will correct me, he's there, 60 hectares in an area desperately deserving of that facility. The important things probably to say is the reason why the Canal and River Trust would be interested in it is because the Canal Basin nestles in the area of the park. There are 13 different sites owned by different people, so the project could be done incrementally. But fundamentally, Matt and Alice, when they initiated this, it was seen as a community-led, community-orientated project where the needs of the community were foremost. So therefore the community hub, along the lines of the previous 2, are not simply ways of raising awareness, engaging in debate and all those very, very laudable things, but also the opportunity to ask of the communities who will hopefully in the future use the park, what their aims would be for the park. We've talked about using survey like we did for the very first hubs. We've talked about the sorts of people that could be at the community hub who would be able to explore ideas from a position of knowledge, for instance, Friends of Parks, who know all about parks. We observed that it would be an opportunity to have a kind of totally fit for purpose park. So things like cycle lanes being segregated from walkers and leisure. We talked about the value of the time being right, because the political imperative is is firmly behind leisure and parks for well-being, the possibility of allotments, all sorts of things could emerge if we engage the community properly in this. So that's pretty well it. We're looking at who we should invite, how we can invite them, how we can get the optimum, I should say, probably, engagement with the community about what this park should be and how we go about making it happen. Matt, I don't know if you want to add anything to that I've missed.
Yeah, Vicki, I think Vicki got summed it up perfectly. I think the main thing is we need everyone's input from the group, really. So if you know about parks, we need your input. We need to hear from you. If you know about problems with keeping parks maintained, we need to hear from you. If you know about allotments, we need to hear from you. If you know about bikes and bike lanes, we need your help. If you know about tree planting, we need your help. This is a massive project, and it will work at very different scales, and there'll be quick wins, and there'll be longer wins. And we need sort of any people's help all along the way, really, to help us. People in the local community, people from across Enfield as well, who just have expertise to share. It would be all very gratefully received, because I can't say enough. This is a massive challenge, but it's completely possible. We spoke to Waltham Forest Council today that they're still very upbeat about the potential for the park. There's potential money there to help us do things that could come in. We just really need as much help as we can get. I think that's the only thing I'd add.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you very much for that. So that's one community hub that we're going to pursue, and that's associated with all those other activities, because we'll be doing some, I hope, video stories and some webinars around the importance of canals and rivers to climate change and so on, all associated with the totality of the project.